After Monique had a daughter with Darrell, he married her sister Latavia and started a family. And the drama doesn't end there. Fast forward to present day. That child is no longer with Monique because guardianship was granted to Darrell and her sister. Now, Monique claims that Darrell and Latavia are being spiteful by keeping her daughter away from her. While Latavia says all she has done is provide Monique's daughter with a good life. And in return, Latavia says she and Darrell have been hit with allegations of neglect along with physical and sexual abuse. Latavia, tell me how Monique's oldest daughter got placed with you.
So I would say a couple years back, we got a call from the case manager from CPS. They got involved because she got in trouble with the law enforcement. She was pulled over. She had a warrant for her arrest. At the time that they were, I guess, booking her or putting her in cuffs, they noticed that there were covers and blankets in the car, along with the 3 children, and then they discovered that in the trunk there were bags of food and garbage bags and stuff like that. So basically they had been living out their car. So when the case manager reached out to us, she's like, oh, we noticed that my husband, it's, speculations that he may be the father of one of her kids. I said, yes, that's accurate. We have the proof. We have documentation basically stating that he is. And she said, okay, well, do you guys want to move forward to see if you can get custody so she wouldn't have to be placed with a foster family? I said, sure, of course. So at that point, that's what we did. And they placed her in our care, and she went to come live with us.
Has Denise been thriving?
Oh, yeah, she's in school. She makes honor roll. She has chores. Like, she's stable.
Yeah.
She has stability. Like, she's good.
She's got a good home environment.
She does. Yeah. She really does. She loves it. She does. There's nothing. I mean, to be honest, that's not what she had before.
Right.
And looking at her now versus how she was before, she's really genuinely happy.
I'm kind of curious. Mm-hmm. How do you end up with Darrell after he has a baby with your sister?
So they had relations. I don't know if it was a one-night stand or what it might have been, but that was before. No, I didn't, because I mean, at this point, I've been with him for 8 years. I really don't care.
Right, at this point,
but
yeah.
At that point in time, she was still my sister.
Right.
It was a whole different other story. That didn't come about until she knew I was with him and married to him, that they had been in the whole relationship, right, or whatever she wants to call it.
Was she mad that she found out that you were now with Darrell?
No, she wasn't. She was not upset. She was not mad.
Okay. What kind of relationship do you have with your sister?
I have none.
None.
And I do not want any.
And you don't want a relationship?
And not at all.
Okay. Well, let's meet your sister, Monique.
Mm-hmm. Boo.
I don't appreciate this.
Girl, I got nothing to say to you.
That's fine.
I'm done.
But God knows the truth.
He does, and you need to stop bringing him in this.
This is traumatizing my child.
It's traumatizing you, not your child. Your child is fine.
You will say that due to the simple fact you don't know how she feels.
I'm with her every day. I do.
What is your sister and Darrell doing wrong?
They have stopped all communication with my child.
Why have we stopped communication with you?
I have not seen my child.
Let's answer that. Why have we stopped communication with you?
2.5 years.
You don't call her every day. You didn't call her all day.
Latavia,
you don't call her multiple times. When you call her, you're not asking her how she's doing in school. You're not asking her what grade. You're not doing none of that.
When I was doing it the last time that I was on the phone,
you being spiteful.
did you not sit up there and remember when Darrell sat up there and called my nephew?
You're not checking on her well-being. You're not doing none of that.
You ain't gonna speak on that, huh?
I'm not gonna speak on what?
What I just said.
What you say?
When I was sitting up there on FaceTime with my daughter, and Darrell sat up there and called my nephew a bitch.
Who called? No, he didn't.
Yeah, he did.
No, he didn't.
He did.
You're hearing
He was on the phone talking. And she stood up there and corrected.
We're talking about the conversation between you and your child, not what's happening in the background. What's going on
all the elements add up together.
And your child. That's what we're talking about.
Because at the end of the day, it's wrong.
So do you believe that your sister and Darrell are abusing your child?
Yes.
How?
Melatonin.
Oh my,
that they're giving your daughter too much melatonin.
Yes.
Melatonin is a vitamin, first of all.
Okay.
Why is the child receiving adult
kids'
melatonin, which
What are
is
you
10
talking
milligrams,
about?
and you giving each
Okay,
child
but
three
let me ask
three
you
gummies
this.
of melatonin.
Okay, how do you know, like, first of all, how would you know,
Because I was there to witness it.
when was that?
That was what, back in
You haven't seen your daughter in 2.5
2021.
years. Okay, you're talking about an incident 3 years ago?
It doesn't matter.
She
All
said- okay,
elements adds
she-
up to my child.
Oh, it matters.
Okay,
It
hold
does
on,
matter.
hold on a second. Now, I'm taking her by her word, but she says your daughter's thriving, happy, and an honor student, you said, right?
She is.
She's an honor student.
Well, I wouldn't know any of that because I haven't had no communication with my child.
Lies.
But if she's an honor student and she's happy and all these things, it sounds like they're doing right by her, not wrong.
I got certificates. She don't call and ask about that though.
Are you at some level at least happy that your daughter didn't have to go on the foster care program?
No, that's what she wants her.
Now,
That's what she wants her.
I want her to answer. They took her in. They gave her a house. They gave like one. It's her dad that she's with, and her aunt.
He didn't want nothing to do with me or my child.
That's not true.
But
He
some
didn't even know
point
he was
he
the
did
daddy.
take her in.
Only reason why he did that was to be spiteful towards me. Now look what I'm having to go through to
Okay,
get
come
my
on.
child back.
Come
They
on.
was all in separate
Okay,
foster care
but do you think
together.
he really
I
just
did
took
what I
you-
needed to, and
do
then
you
my
re-
other two are
okay.
home now.
Do you
They
really-
reunified with me.
Okay.
After how long?
But do you really think
It
that,
doesn't matter how long. I did what I needed to as a mother.
No,
what you
didn't.
mean?
No, you didn't. You waited
It's
out the
still
system.
doing what I gotta
No,
do.
you didn't. No, we gonna keep it. We gonna
I'm still doing what I gotta do.
about the
Talking about-
situation.
yeah, speak your
Let's
facts.
keep
Go
it
ahead.
100.
Let me hear
You
it,
wait out
Latavia.
the system. That's what you do. You don't do what they tell you to do. You wait out that system. And
You
don't
know
sit here
what? Guess
playing.
what? Because they
I'm
don't
a
got no
mother
power
that
and
gets-
control over
I'm
me.
a
I
mother
got
that
the power
gets
and control, baby.
Honey, you don't get nothing done. Let's
Hold
get
on.
that understood. You
What?
don't get nothing
Hold
done.
a second.
I do.
Because
I
I'm
do.
sick I didn't deal with your
You better
No,
get
don't
your
put
ass
your
on.
hands on me.
You better get your ass on. You better get your ass on. You better get your ass on. I'm that one. You already know that.
do you call CPS?
Yes, she did. All 3 times. 3 times.
I'm going to spaz the out.
Leave these alone.
No. No. Leave me alone.
Let's meet Darrell. How you doing, Darrell? So, you know, these situations are complicated, right? And I know none of us here in this room know what you've been through. The phone calls, dealing with a young daughter that's conflicted because her mom's putting stuff in her head, things like that. But as a parent myself, I gotta imagine the pain of not having a child is immense, right? No matter how you cut it, no matter what you don't think about her, you know, not having your daughter, it must be painful to her on some level. But you step in at a point where the daughter needs somebody to step in, and you guys do that, and it sounds like your daughter's in a really good situation.
Yes.
You're being a good dad, right? He's a good dad. Your wife, who's her aunt, you know, is more of a mother figure. Am I correct in saying that?
I mean, I try not to be, but I mean, I don't.
But if she's
yeah.
scratching
Yeah.
things out and
Yeah.
saying, hey, she's got to be looking at you as a
Yeah.
mother figure. You know, you're there for her, you're feeding her, you're, you know, making sure she's going to school, all those
Yeah.
things. So you said she called 16 times on CPS on you?
She just make up allegations, trying to get all the kids, all of our kids, is into the system to probably like wait it out and then re-offer the. But that's not the.
She's trying to blow up your situation with CPS so she'd have a chance to get her daughter.
Exactly.
And if it don't work out, she'll wait a couple weeks.
So she
call
makes
back in.
allegations about this melatonin. What do you want,
Yes.
anything you want to say to that?
Not really.
Yeah, I mean, you're not overdosing the child on
No.
melatonin, which, you know, melatonin's a natural vitamin stuff, but you can overdose a child on it, from what I understand. She also makes this claim that you're being sexually inappropriate or doing something with your daughter.
Exactly. That's crazy. I would never do nothing with my daughter.
Yeah.
First of all, the first person that she accused was supposed to be here on the stage with all the rest of us. apparently she said something to him and scared him away.
Latavia,
Yes.
you came here and you took a lie detector
about
test.
I sure did.
And we asked you, did you intentionally overdose Monique and Darrell's daughter with melatonin while in your care? You answered no. Did you ever physically abuse Monique and Darrell's daughter while in your care? You answered no. Did you ever intentionally not feed Monique and Darrell's daughter as a form of abuse while in your care? You answered no. The results came back all the same, and they came back that Latavia told the truth.
Boom! Boom! Now what? Now what? Now what? Now what? What you gotta say? Nothing! Nothing! Bring your ass back here on the stage!
Like you are.
Now face me!
I'm not.
You don't want to face me. That's what I thought. You're not a grown woman. You're a little kid.
Darrell, you came here and took a lie detector test, and we asked you, did you ever intentionally overdose your oldest daughter on melatonin while in your care? You answered no. Did you ever intentionally fail to feed your oldest daughter as a form of abuse while in your care? You answered no. Did you ever physically abuse your oldest daughter while she was in your care? You answered no. Did you ever sexually molest your oldest daughter for your own sexual gratification and pleasure? You answered no. The results came back all the same to those 4 questions, and it came back that Darrell told the truth.
Boom! 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 Now what? Now what? What you gotta say?
Whatever the case may be, he did step up. She's been in an environment. She is thriving.
Hello.
She's in a loving, the dad's loving her, the aunt.
Unconditional.
But you won't come out and talk to these people and say, hey, hey, I'm sorry. What do I need to do for us to establish a relationship so I can talk to my daughter, so I can see my daughter? How come you're not out here doing that right now? Are you coming out or not?
No.
Okay. So Monique came here and took a lie detector test.
Yes.
And we asked her, did you ever falsely accuse Latavia or Darrell to CPS of overdosing your daughter with melatonin? She answered no. She did not tell the truth. Did you ever falsely accuse Latavia or Darrell to CPS of not feeding your daughter as a form of abuse? She answered yes. She did falsely accuse you. Have you ever fabricated and falsified any type of complaint to CPS on Darrell about your daughter? She answered no. She did not tell the truth. Have you ever fabricated and falsified any type of complaint to CPS on Latavia about your daughter? She answered no. She did not tell the truth. Have you ever made a report to CPS on Darrell that was fabricated that he did something sexually inappropriate to your daughter? And she admitted it. She said yes. I haven't been a police officer in a long time, but I got to imagine some of these are criminally, charges that could be facing. Now, that's not what I would want to see happen. I'd like you to come out and say, I'm really sorry that I falsely accused you to CPS numerous times. I apologize. Thank you so much for taking care of my daughter when I couldn't. Would you allow me to work with the two of you so I could see my daughter and have a relationship with her? Are you going to do that or not, Monique?
I apologize, but as far as doing all of that, no. I'm going to do what I got to do
All right,
as a
with
mother.
that,
And
you
take
can
him
get
to
the
court.
hell out of my studio.
You can kiss my ass.
It's easy to say, oh, I want my daughter back. Oh, I need her in my life. Oh, she needs her mom. And it's another thing to actually do the work to get her back. Listen, I hope the allegations stop, and I hope that the daughter keeps thriving in your care. Thanks for coming on. Nice meeting you. Nice meeting you. We can walk out this way.